Sorry, Dynasty. Income surge. I'll start over with this again. I do videos outside all the time and I lost reception, so I don't know why, but we're back. So this is my cul-de-sac. We're going to start this story over real quick. So I'm showing you this cul-de-sac so you can get a little idea as everybody hops on. This is my home. I'm in the back of the cul-de-sac. And I want you to think about these houses. There's about 4 houses on that side. There's about 5 houses on that side, okay? Imagine that you live in one of those homes. This is 10 years ago. Imagine you live in one of those homes, and this guy, Scottie, lives in this house in the back of the cul-de-sac. What you don't know about Scottie, the things that you don't know about Scottie, is that he's always gone. Like, he's always at work. He leaves at 5 in the morning. He comes home at 5 at night. He barely waves at you. He's never in the front yard. You just see the garage door open. He goes in, and he's gone. And then the next day, he's gone before you're even up. And you just don't know who the guy is. That's me, and you live in one of these houses. I want you guys to think about that and get this into your mind, because I know there's every single one of you on this call has people like this in your life right now. And so, I am Scottie. I'm working 12, 15 hours a day every single Saturday. I'm sending my wife to work at nights 5 days a week, and we're sending our kids to a friend's house to be babysat for 2 hours a day. And we don't really get to spend time together. But what you don't know about Scottie is, maybe that's all you know, is that he just works all the time. He's gone all the time. What you don't know about Scottie is that he always had a dream of having a great life, of being able to be there with his family, be there with his kids. And his goal and dream was not to work 15 hours a day and every single Saturday. His goal in life was not to make his wife work and make her have to go to work. So what I'm saying to you guys right now is, there's people like that in your life right now. You don't know their situation. You don't know if they're happy with what they're doing, if they're not happy with what they're doing. You don't know if their house is about to be foreclosed. You don't know if they're struggling to get along. And they're out there looking for an answer. They get down together as a couple every night. They pray. They ask for something. They ask for help. Something, please, something come along where we can change our lifestyle. And so that's the opportunity that you guys have. That's where you guys come in, where you could be an instrument in God's hands, okay? So I think about that, and I know that, like, let's say, I know there's people, I'm saying this because I know there's people in your street right now that you have never even taken the time to talk to them and get to know them and find out what they have. And it could be the next Lindsay Matway, or Bonnie, or Jamie and Kim Fitzpatrick, or Miguel, or Scottie, or Brigitte, or any of these coaches that's just sitting there waiting for an answer. So that's where I want to lead in with the invite search today, on inviting every single person that you know with confidence to Team Beachbody, and not having any doubts inside of your mind of whether or not you should invite somebody or not. So to lead into this real quick, and I'm going to keep this under 20 minutes, is my introduction to health and fitness was exactly what a coach should do, but it was not a coach. It was a person that moved from Utah into my town in Idaho Falls, into my neighborhood. He moved into this town. He found out he asked around as his neighbors, and who's my age, who has kids the age of my kids. He found out I was one person like that. He knocked on my door one night when Gabby was working. I let him in only because he had some brownies, and I just remember letting him in. I remember vividly, like, he was jacked. His arms were like sticking out of his shirt. He weighed like 240. He was like 6'2", solid jacked dude. And I just remember, like, him coming in. He's like, "Hey, I just moved from Utah. I'm new to your town, new to the neighborhood, and I'm just wanting to meet some friends. I hear you have some kids about the age of my kids. Here's some brownies. Just looking to make some friends." And it turns out he was actually what's called a ward missionary from my church, working on the people who are inactive and not going to church. So he comes in, makes friends, and I ask him, "Dude, how are you so jacked?" And so he tells me what he's doing. He tells me he's the strength coach for the high school kids, that he is weight training them. He's a special teams coach. And I was like, "Dude, can you give me some advice? Like, I'm overweight, I'm unhealthy, I'm not happy, I'm exhausted all the time." And he said, "Dude, you should come with me to the gym in the morning when I train the high school kids, and we'll get you jacked, man." And so I'm excited. I'm like, "Yes, let's do it." And I was like, "What time do you train?" And he told me, "We train at 6 o'clock in the morning." And I was like, "Dude, sorry, I can't do that. I got to be at work by 5. And he says, and then I asked him, "Is there anything that I could do from home? Is there any tips you could give me on what to eat, what to do?" And he said, "You should try that P90X thing." So guys, that was an invite. That was a perfect invite. He just came over he didn't come over there to sell me a program, or get me to come to the gym with him, or get me to buy anything from him, or get me to get healthy like he was He simply made a friend and invited me to be on a healthy lifestyle and gave me some solutions. So guys, I want you to remember that is what we do as a coach, and there's people on your street. Like if we just do what this guy did to me, you could find I bet you could find some incredible people right in your neighborhood. And then if we take that on to a deeper and further level, we can take that to expand across the US and across Canada on social media, which is pretty cool. But there's people right in your backyard right now that need help, and I want you guys to be very aware of that. Because you could be one of these houses that live in my cul-de-sac right here, and you could have the next top coach or next rock star in your neighborhood. You're just not asking them. You know, I can't remember who said it, but they said, if you don't ask them, I'm going to ask them. I'm going to get them on YouTube. I will. So I'm making that challenge to you guys to get out there and do that. So the things I'm going to hit on today are the four vital behaviors, how they can help you become extremely 100% confident and without a shadow of a doubt that you have something that can change your life, and then asking hard questions. And it's going to be kind of hard to do this as fast as I want to do it, but I'm going to ask questions right now, and I need you to respond with me in the comments below so that we can make this work, okay? So I'm going to lead into it. We need to know who can we help, who are the people that we can help, and I'm talking specifically as a Team Beachbody coach right now. The same thing will apply to challengers, but I'm speaking directly to the person that says, like, I can't recruit a team, I don't know how to find coaches. Remember that coaches come from your challenge groups for the main part, but this is how you can find coaches. I'm going to give you a couple ideas. So create the mindset, I guess is the word for you, to be able to do that. So first and foremost, just know that I had the same doubts. In the beginning, I had doubts and fears, like, I don't know if I should invite somebody to coach because I don't have all the training. I don't even know what this and that is. I didn't even know we were in a network marketing company until I was in the Team Cup in my 3rd month and became a diamond coach. So how do I invite people confidently to do what I'm doing? My mindset in the beginning is like, I knew 100% that these programs and products changed my life. P90X changed my life hands down. And so I knew that if I helped enough people with P90X, I could bring my wife home from work. So I was certain that I could do that I could find enough people to help to bring her home from work. So that certainty went into my conversations. That's straightforward and there. But there's that doubt, though. Can I be a great coach? Can I help people? Will I be able to impact people? Will I be able to influence people? I'm shy. I'm pretty quiet. And so forth. I had all these doubts and insecurities. And so here's the thing. I'm going to base off I'm not going to tell you what I'm based off. I need you guys to respond to me right now. Okay, I have a question for you. Number 1, if somebody follows one of our fitness programs, uses Beachbody On Demand, P90X, whatever program, they follow the fitness program, they follow the portion fix plan, and they drink Shakeology, my question to you right now is, will their life be better? Say yes or no. Comment below. Throw some hearts up if you believe that their life will be better if they do those things. Okay? That's the first question. Yes, everybody's saying yes. Number 2, if somebody makes it a goal to read or listen to personal development books, let's say even one a month, do one book a month on how to improve their life, how to improve their leadership, how to overcome their fears, how to not be afraid, all these personal development books that we know about, if they read or listen to a personal development book, even 5 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, will their life be better? Comment with a yes and give some hearts if you believe that their life will be better. And I see everybody already like blowing it up with some yeses. Their life will be better. So number 3, and I love that, absolutely. Number 3, if somebody does what my friend did, and he comes over to my house and makes a genuine friendship with me, okay, that's what he did. So that as I lead into this, if somebody goes out into this world, out from behind their screen or even behind the screen, and they make a genuine effort to light someone's world up a little bit, give them some hope, make a friend, care enough to listen to them, care enough to ask them if they're okay, care enough to even spend 30 seconds to compliment their child for their dance performance on their Facebook post. If they do that, if they make a genuine effort every day to reach out to 2 or 3 people and make genuine relationships with other people, will their life become better? Put a yes in the comments if you believe their life will become better if they begin to make I'm reading the yeses. If they begin to make those relationships in their life on social media and in person, will their life become better? Yes. Or will it improve? Yes, 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 it will. Number 4 question. if somebody goes out of their way, and I kind of already mentioned this, and they're like, to 2 people a day or 1 person a day, they go out of their way and they compliment somebody in any aspect of their life, will their life be better? And what I mean by that, it could be anything. It could be like, hey, I noticed you just built a chicken, oh, I can't see it, a chicken coop in your backyard. Like, you did that from scratch. That's totally awesome that you did that. Have you always been crafty at building stuff? Right? Any kind of compliment. Hey, I noticed that your daughter placed 3rd place in the dance competition this past weekend. That's awesome that you put her into something that she's passionate about and give her that opportunity to grow. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Or, heck, in your work, instead of being jealous when your friend gets promoted to manager or your friend gets a raise, you go up to your friend and say, Johnny, dude, I've been seeing your hard work here. The company recognized it. That's super awesome that you got a raise. Like, what are you going to do? How's that going to help your family out? Right? Okay, so what I'm talking about here is recognizing people for the good things that they're doing. So if somebody were to recognize other people's success, take the focus off themselves, and recognize other people in the world and around them for the good things that they're doing, parenting, at their work, at their job, around their home, will their life become better? Comment below if their life will become better if somebody does that thing. Okay? Blow it up with some hearts, comment below, and let me know if that will make their life better. So what we just talked about here are the 4 vital behaviors. You guys already know that, but I'm just pointing it out for you. So, my question is, if somebody works out, they follow our meal plans, they drink Shakeology, they read good books every single day, listen to good audios and uplift themselves, and they make genuine friendships with people and stop hiding in their life alone and trying to combat this world and their struggles and their trials alone. And if they go out and recognize other people for changing their life or doing good things or accomplishing things in their life, if they do those 4 things, you guys answered below, you guys told me that their life will become better. So my question to you, because those are the 4 vital behaviors, is who should be a part of Team Beachbody? I wish I had a microphone in here. This is a mic. Who should be a part of Team Beachbody? Like, we could end it right now on the invite process. You should be confident to invite every single person in your life to be in your challenge group, to get results of these programs, to be a part of your tribe and your community, and go on to help and bless other people. So hands down, everybody should be, so you guys can get rid of the excuse of, like, should I invite this person or that person, and trying to judge who would be a great coach and who would not. Because if you would have judged me 6 years ago, the guy in the back of this cul-de-sac that nobody saw, the guy that went to work at 5 in the morning, came home at 5 at night, came home, nobody saw him, drank beer and played Call of Duty every night while his wife was at work, you're saying right now to that person in your life, he wouldn't be a great coach, that person could never be a great coach, but you don't know how much pain that person's has inside, and he needs a friend or she needs a friend to talk to them and to care enough to listen to their concerns and what they're struggling and their trials are, and to give them some hope through improving their health, fitness, personal development, friendships, relationships, and financial situation, okay? Every single person that you're ever going to meet is struggling with finances in some way, okay? There's 2 things. They're going to struggle with finances in 2 ways. Number 1, they don't make enough money, so they work too many overtime hours. They send their wife to work. They do something they don't love. It makes enough money, but they do something they don't love. So if they don't have enough money, they're in credit card debt, school debt, all this stuff. They need help financially. Their job doesn't pay enough. They just can't advance to where they need to be. That's one side. The other side is that maybe they have an incredible job. They make a 6-figure income, but they're at work all day long and they never see their family and they're doing something that's not fulfilling. So I believe 100% of people need help financially in some way, whether it's they don't make enough or they're not fulfilled with the money or the job that they have that pays them the way they do. So there's another opportunity for somebody aside from what we just talked about on who needs Team Beachbody as a Beachbody coach. So I got to hurry through this, but we're going to talk about hard questions real quick. Comment below if you are going to start being willing to invite everybody to Team Beachbody. Comment below. Remember, hashtag I am Team Beachbody. Next, hard questions. I'm going to give you guys a story about what it means to ask a hard question. If you want some extra training on this, search Tony Robbins Mastering Influence. I remember specifically one of my best friends came to me It took 4.5 years, and he told me, no, I don't want to be coach. I don't want to be a part of Beachbody. Just ignored me completely. I get it. I get that all the time. Finally, he's ready to do Team Beachbody or do a program in his health. He gives me the excuses, all the excuses in the world that I don't have any money, which we get. And I do something. I'm not encouraging you to do this, but I'm telling you this story so that you understand. I lend him I meet up with him. I lend him 21 Day Fix Extreme and the Portion Fix cups. I tell him to do it. Dude doesn't even comment in my challenge group, but I tell him how it's going to change his life if he commits to 100%. He's a good dude. He works hard, so I know he's going to do it. Doesn't comment in the challenge group once. Turns out, 42 days later, he's completed 21 Day Fix Extreme 2 times. Went from a size 36 waist to a 28 waist. Best shape of his life in 42 days. And he's like, dude, this is awesome. This works. I get it now. I get what you're doing. And so I'm like, okay, dude, let's meet up for lunch. We meet up for lunch. We talk about it. I tell him about the challenge pack. I say, dude, you got to get your own 21 Day Fix, your own Shakeology. You got to get your own stuff. You got to invest in this to make it happen for you to build a business. He's like, dude, I wish I had $140, but I just don't have it. Okay? And so this is where the hard questions come in. Okay? 2 parts of this, and I'm going to do this as quickly as I can. You have to relate with them first. Once again, watch some Tony Robbins Mastering Influence stuff. You'll learn a little bit about this. I don't know what this means, but I'm doing it. You have to relate with him first, but we're sitting there at lunch, and he tells me that, and I say to him, he says, I don't have $140 to do that, man. I really want to be a coach. I just don't have $140. And I look at him in the eyes, and I say, dude, I understand. Like my coach, when I wanted to be a coach, like there was a time when it was like you could sign up as a coach for $0. Like the coach sign-up fee was waived. And my coach Lindsay's like, dude, Scottie, it's this month. You can sign up without paying anything. I still told her no because I was afraid of the $15.95 monthly fee that would come the next month. So number one, I related with him on that concern because I had that same similar concern of some sort. When you can be vulnerable and relate on their level, being genuine and authentic about it, they'll start to bring down their walls. Okay, so first before you ask a hard question, you've got to relate with them. So I relate with him, and I look at him, and I compliment him. Genuinely compliment him. I say, dude, how long have you been at your job? He tells me, I've been here for 10 years. Would you say you're one of the best at your job at the place? He's like I'm the guy that does everything. And I was like, dude, you're the best person there. I know that you helped me pack the bearings in my boat. You helped me change my brakes. You're like that guy that if you need your car fixed, it's going to get fixed. You're that guy. Like if the neighbor comes to me and says, do you know anybody that fixes cars? I send them to you. That's the kind of guy you are. You're a hard-working guy. You're the best one at your job, the best one at your career. And here's the hard question. I tell him that, and I say, dude, don't you think that after 10 years working at that job, in that career, that if there's something you truly, really want to do with your life, like you told me you want to become a coach and pay $140, don't you think that it's wrong that after 10 years at a job, you can't afford to spend $140 on something that you want to do? And he looks at me, and he breaks down, he gets emotional, he says, it sucks. Dude, it sucks. And I said, it does suck. And I asked him the next hard question, tell me next, if you don't do this or if you don't change things, what's going to say it's not going to be different 10 years from now? That you're going to be in the same position you are 10 years from now when your daughter is now going from 10 to 20 and wants to go to the school that she wants to go do this or that, or you want to do this or that, and you're in the same situation where you can't even afford $140. I've been there, man, and I believe that this is the answer for you. So I'm not going to go into more detail on that, but what I could tell you right there and right then is that he went home and magically found $140 for his coach sign up. Isn't it interesting how that happens when you can connect with someone on a deep enough emotional reason and they realize the potential and value of what they can create, but also what's going to happen in their life if they don't change their situation, how they can make it happen when it's important. So that's a hard question. There's tons of examples. You can ask hard questions in any aspect of your life in your area. It's just going to take practice. And then the last thing, I can't even read I put some notes on here. I never put notes that I want the last thing that I want to share with you guys, because I promised to go only 20 minutes, is this. If you want to recruit somebody, here's one of the best tactics ever to recruit somebody. but it's going to take you going out and being active in what we talked about in the beginning of this call of talking to people, making friends with people. You got to look for complaints. Number one way to recruit. I love when people complain. I don't love when coaches complain, because you should get over that. But somebody that doesn't know about coaching and personal development and how to change their life, I look for a complaint, and it can be on social media. Someone like, oh man, my family for spring break went here, but I'm stuck at work. Or, man, my boss just did this. Or, man, if I just worked 2 weeks straight, and it looks like I'm going to be on the job for another 2 days before I get to come home. All kinds of things. All kinds of complaints. You guys know what the complaints are. Comment below with some of the complaints you see on Facebook so that everybody on this live video can see the complaints, the list of complaints, so they can be aware and watch for them in their social media feed and their conversations with their neighbors, with a conversation with their friends and their family. Watch for these complaints, and then care enough to I just see Sabrina on here. I hear Sabrina complain. I hear about it. She's saying, man, I just don't feel like I get the worst shifts at my job, whatever it is, okay? I'm just giving an example. She tells me that in person, or I see it on social media. I go up to Sabrina and say, hey, I saw you said you get the worst shifts at your job. And I would ask her, it sounds like you're not happy with what you're doing. Am I correct in saying that? She says, oh, yeah. And then they'll complain, right? Oh, yeah, like I always get stuck with the slow shifts and the good shifts that pay lots of tips, or this time, and I get this one. So then I just go to Sabrina and I say, if you have a way, like, is there any way that you can change that in your life? Do you have a way to change that situation that you're in right now? And a lot of times they're going to say no. So like me, like if you're meeting Scottie before Beachbody, if you ask enough questions, why is Scottie working every Saturday in 12 hours a day? If you asked me the questions and I say, dude, I'm complaining because I got to work the night shift, right? Because sometimes I would work 5 to 5 and we would get an emergency job, and then I would have to come back in at like 6. I'd have an outward dinner, and I'd come in at 6 and work till 1 in the morning. And I would complain about that to my friends, right? So if you would ask me, like, hey, do you have why are you working all those overtime hours? And I would say, I'm really the only one at the job that gets to do it. Like, the only one that knows how to do that job. And then if you ask me more questions, I'd be like, well, I work the overtime hours because, sadly enough, you have to relate first before you do this, right? Sadly enough, I don't have... my job doesn't pay enough for me to pay our mortgage and our bills. That's why Gabby's at work. That's why I'm working all these overtime hours. And then if you ask me, if Alexander's there and says, hey, do you have, Alexander asked me, Scottie, do you have a way to change that? Is it, like, are you going to always have to work overtime hours to be able to pay the bills? And I would say, in turn, because my situation would have been yes. And she would say, hey, do you have a way to change? Do you like doing that? Do you like working 12 hours a day? That's the important question. That's the hard question. Do you like working 12 hours a day? Do you like working Saturdays? And then I say, no, I don't. And then her next hard question would be like, do you have a way to change that? Because it sounds, and then that's where she gets to open up and share her story, her message. This is how my life was before Team Beachbody. This is how it's changed or continued to change. And this is why I'm a coach and helping people. And then invite me to a coach sneak peek. Invite me to a 3-way call with the upline, or a private message with the upline, and make that invite. So, guys, my idea and goal for you guys today is that you learn to ask hard questions, that you really remember the beginning thing, those 4 questions I asked about the vital behaviors, and that you actually leave this call. I'm going to give you a call to action. 10 people, write down 10 people in your neighborhood or your friends list that you have never actually invited to Beachbody. You're not going to just invite them right now, but you're going to go talk to them, and you're going to start to build a relationship. You're going to break down your walls of vulnerability on what your life's really like. If you're struggling, you're going to really tell them that you're struggling. And then you're going to ask them, are you doing okay? Like, do you enjoy your job? You're going to break down your walls, help them break down their walls, build the friendship, share with your story why you're doing this, because #I am Team Beachbody, and you're going to make an invite to a Coach Sneak Peek group, okay? You guys are going to do that to 10 people. That's my challenge to you guys. And then, dude, most of you guys are girls in here, but dudettes, we have the challenge pack going on sale for $160. Okay? I love you guys. Let's go do this. 10 people. Go invite them right now.